DoorStep, fun dates with new friends anytime you'd like. To find out what the key value proposition for this app would be, we went and talked to a bunch of different potential customers. And the words that came up with both the people we spoke with and the people that we sent out on dates is that they wanted fun dates with new friends anytime you'd like. So that's really what DoorStep provides as a solution to their problem, because customers have the pain of not being able to find good dates, and they can't figure out what they want to do on dates. So the gains that they'll get from using DoorStep, the app, is social credibility. I'm going out on a date this weekend, a fun evening out, and relationships. So just to describe real briefly what DoorStep is it's a product that sets you up on a date and provides deals and discounts to local businesses for you to be able to go out on that date. So for a minimum viable product, as you can see on the slide, we built a mock-up of the application, and we went around and showed it to people. So the market size and key insights. So the region that we're really focused on is nationwide, but obviously we don't want to bite off more than we can chew all at once, so we're starting in Rexburg, Idaho. The demographics for this app is 18 to 30. We're focused very specifically on college students because we feel like those people, and as we've done like more research, we've seen that those people are really the ones that want to go out and get set up on dates. College students in the United States are 5.41 million. College students that are single is around 4 million if you take the BYU's marriage statistics, which means that there's more single college students than even that. And then college students who use a dating app is 27%, or 1.08 million. The customer segments and archetypes and key insights that we've kind of gained. So customer segments are daters. And what do they think and feel? Well, they want to go on dates on Friday nights. They want to meet new people and be well liked. What do they hear? They get pressure from others to go on dates. What do they see? They also see different events going on in the community that they would want to be a part of. Pains that they might not be the best at dating or able to find people today. They really want to get out more. And then gains, they want to meet new people. So the other customer segment is businesses. What do they think and feel? Well, they want to get their word out about their business. They hear about other businesses. They see a lot of advertising platforms. The pain, they really want to reach these people. And a lot of times they really want to reach people that are 18 to 30, and then gains is increasing their revenue as a business. So the customer relationships, the way that we're going to get customers is we're going to sell directly to local businesses. So, and I'm making a distinction between customers and users because they're not the exact same thing. So with customers, we're going to sell directly to local businesses. We're going to allow daters to save dates so they become increasingly invested. And as they develop their relationship, they'll spend more. So really our relationship with the businesses is we help them to drive revenue to their business, and that's how we're going to get and keep and grow them. Distribution channels, we are going to work through direct sales representatives, so kind of taking the model based off of like Uber and Airbnb, where you have direct representatives come into a town. And then where we're going to direct them is to the App Store and then onto their iPhone or Android device. So key partnerships, we're talking about a strategic alliance with local businesses. The risk with that is that we become dependent on local businesses to make our money, and that's something we can't necessarily control. But the reward is we get a percent of the transactions, we're able to scale quickly, and we're able to take this out to more people. So key suppliers, one of them is definitely AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. We can't build this without hosting off of them, and then that is the risk with it is if they have any issues with that, we're dependent on them. But the reward is we get an infinitely scalable server where we can remove most of the odds of any downtime. Key resources. So where we're going to be located is in Utah County, Utah. The material suppliers, ultimately Utah County, Utah. We're starting out in Rexburg, but then we're moving that way. Material suppliers, it's not very applicable to an app. Financial, right now we've been bootstrapping for a long time, and the way that we're going to finance it into the future is just revenue from the business because it is so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the costs later on in this presentation, but it's such a good profit margin on it. Human, we gotta have a process that can really hire the best people, and intellectual ability to code, analytics on people, financial, all that different stuff that just makes up the core part of a normal technology business, which is marketing people and all that. So here's our key ideas, our key activities, and we go through this process as we're developing the product a lot. So it goes from an idea to a mock-up to user testing. Is that good enough? And all this comes before we begin coding or review things, because if we don't go through the idea, mock-up, user testing, good enough, this type of process, we end up coding things that we don't really need. And that's a big problem, because code takes time and effort and thought and all this stuff. If people don't want it, if they don't need it, we just need to avoid that. So that's definitely like assumption testing for businesses, or for the actual code. So then we begin coding, we review code. If it's good enough, then we go back to begin coding, and then we finish. And then also with our hiring process, we recruit. We have onboarding, which requires like a lot of just working with them and training them and trying to understand them. And then they go to the market. We review their results. Can they actually market it? If not, we got to go recruit again. If they do get good results, we have to increase the pay, and then we finish with that. So that's for direct sales representative, and this is more for our software development part of things. The costs, just real briefly, this is what we're anticipating our salaries and wages expense to be within the first year. The cost of advertisement, cost of accounting, costs associated with the business side of the app. So as you can see, that the majority of all of our expenses come into salary and wages, and right now every partner in the company has equity, and so salaries and wages isn't that expensive because it's just coming out of net profit. But obviously, like if the company is like trying to grow, that does become a major expense. So this is how the revenue works. Basically, you have the dater who pays the business, and then 80% of the transaction goes to the business, and then 20% of the transaction comes to us. DoorStep, it has this relationship with the business, and then the dater can pay for premium, so they get premium, and we get their subscription money of $15 a month. So metrics that matter: customer acquisition costs, customer lifetime value, because we have to acquire customers to come into the company in order, come in to use the product. And then we have to get them to go spend money. So it matters how much they cost. It matters how much they spend, because that shows us how much we can actually spend to go get them into the business. Active paying users, because that's where we're making our money, gross revenue, and then net profit. All those things matter. And then insights from interviews. So these are just the main ones. Make the app easy to understand. And we've done a lot of work to rework the designs after going out and talking to users, just to make it easy and simple for people to understand. Businesses need help promoting, and they really, really do. Even beyond just the typical, like, hey, we need to run an ad. It's like, no, we need like somebody to take photos. We need all this different stuff. Then businesses want things to be secure. It's like if at any point in the process they don't feel like it's secure, they back off, and that's what we got from interviews as well. Focus on technologically savvy small businesses, not just any small businesses, but just the ones that actually are able to understand what the benefit is of something like this. So business environment, where the market is heading. So these are the key questions that we're asking. What are the most important customer segments? What is the major technological trends? And is the economy in a boom or a bust phase? So where's the market heading? Well, the dating app market really is heading more towards, and just all of technology in general is heading more towards actually being a part of your neighborhood. And that's really what DoorStep offers. Is it's not just a normal dating app. It's something that's a part of your neighborhood. It brings you on dates in real life. Industry forces. What are the most important customer segments? The most important customer segments are daters and small businesses. What are the technological trends inside the market? So becoming a part of your community. And then, is it an economic in a boom or a bust phase? Well, we're definitely in a boom phase. So what we're good at is getting people on dates they love the same day. The weakness is competition with discount apps as well as dating apps. The opportunity is expanding out to people in relationships and marriages rather than just single people alone. Threat is not being able to integrate with franchises. So this is what we started out with the initial business model canvas, and this is where we are today. As you can see, it's a lot more fleshed out and a lot more specific rather than just single guys with smartphones willing to pay a phone. So we've grown a lot, we've understood a lot, and we've really come to understand a lot better what DoorStep can do. Thank you.